If these star cells are so prevalent, it begs the question, why don't we see them everywhere? Well, I'd think they'd want maximum energy absorption. So once they become enclosed, they'd be nearly absorbing 100% of the energy emitted from the star, which would cause observers to perceive them as very cold on the outside, enabling them to blend in with the background radiation of the universe. We wouldn't be able to see them. They may also migrate to gas clouds where they filter feed, further obscuring them. Such large amounts of gas around them, yes, would obscure our view of them. However, we may be able to see them before they complete, but that multiple, that 100 years of completion or however long it takes would be a relatively small window on an astronomical timescales to get a glimpse of them. All of this stuff I've covered about star cells and the omnibody is why familial agency is selected for in Sapiens, why health is selected for, why honor is good. It's because such familial agency, health ethics, and economics, and familial societies help facilitate the emergence of these star cells, which help us survive. Star cells are an advanced society that is created by a mind state advanced from the oppressive patriarchal state of nature. So, those old patriarchal mind states that people inherit from the biosphere prevent the formation of the star cell. From the perspective of the omnibody, that's the mental sickness people face. This state of nature, patriarchal perception, which locks humanity, society, into type 0, patriarchy, that cannot ascend into the omnibody. This sickness, these natural subjective patriarchal perceptions, must be lovingly labored upon into truth. So, the huge problem faced by both people and the omnibody are patriarchal mental maladaptations. Patriarchal mental maladaptations in society and mind. These maladaptations cause people to oppressively pursue alpha predator male utility, which maximize the genetic replications of men in alpha state, but cause mass painful atrocities, destroy society, and prevent it from ascending into a star cell. So how could the omnibody solve for this problem of patriarchal maladaptations which prevent star cells from being formed? I don't think it would just show up and stop everyone from doing what they're doing with force. I think it would be much more subtle and much less forceful. Probably cultural intervention to help solve for patriarchal maladaptations. I believe it would try to evolve their minds from these patriarchal perceptions, those maladaptations, into their more familial, scientific mind state, which would then ascend their patriarchal society into a more familial star cell. But how would it do that? How would it intervene culturally? Perhaps the omniprobes could genetically modify and embed themselves into certain inhabitants of the planetary system, of the planet, turning such inhabitants into like extensions of the omnibody. Perhaps the omniprobes could even alter or embed the whole population of the planet. Just fine-tune controlling specific ones. Such inhabitants would probably not even be aware of this presence, at least at first. Then, once they are aware that something is affecting them, they probably label the omnibody with a symbol of some sort. To make the omnibody relatable, they'd likely even personify it as like their leaders, thinking the omnibody is humanoid and perhaps even a male. Though the omniprobes changing people, through the omniprobes changing people, The omni-body could use such people as its instruments to spread its more familial culture to help alleviate the inhabitants' suffering at the hands of their own patriarchal maladaptations, as well as ascend their society into its body. Certain religions, through time, could potentially be made by such people who have been touched by the omni-body. I love religion, and I believe in miracles. I respect everyone who does, but I don't believe in magic in the traditional sense. I do believe some things are so incredibly powerful that they are indistinguishable from magic, and that there is something extraordinary, something beyond natural, affecting not just humanity, but the entire cosmos, and that something can be at least partly understood with methods of reason. I don't believe reason will ever disprove the existence of God. On the contrary, I think it will prove its existence. However, I do believe reason will disprove that God is a man with supernatural powers. I respect and love everyone who believes that, but it seems to be a patriarchal perspective of God, a way for people to kind of imagine the unimaginable of God. So that would about conclude our big theory of everything, and really just a bunch of different theories or in models of the universe, and to help explain it and describe it, predict it, and solve for it, all the problems in it.